Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. So we finally got patch notes for 1.12. I think I'm a little bit late on these, but whatever. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I ain't gonna make no excuses. I've been having a lot of fun. I finally got Minsc and Boo last night. For those of you who are fans of the series, and yeah, Minsc and Boo, Minsc and Boo. Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Yes, I was dying laughing at the dialogue that I got. And Minsc is now in my party. So we have version 1.12, which is going to go live August 15th. So it's not going to be live until a couple days from now. So it's currently the 13th. So we still got 2 more days until we get the live version of 1.12. Gameplay updates. The wait time for Malignant Monster to spawn after activating the Malignant Heart in the world has been reduced from 5 seconds to 2 seconds. This is kind of a good change because I think a lot of the times people would run away before the Malignant Monster would ever spawn. It's a little, 5 seconds was a little bit of a long time. Players are now in the trade channel by default. Navigate to the in-game settings to opt out. Bug fixes, dungeons and events. Fix an issue where the nightmare dungeons could be repeated by promoting other members to a leader. This is a bug that's been in the game since since beta. That they never fixed, and that literally got exploited to hell and back by pretty much everybody to hit level 100 as quickly as possible. And I'm glad that it's gone. It's a crappy bug, and I'm pretty sure this bug is the reason why the Magic Find sigils were removed from the game. Hopefully they put them back in. Fixed an issue where the Gathering Legions event could stop progressing even after defeating all nearby enemies. Druid fixed an issue where the boulders cast with the aspect of Metamorphic Stone equipped would not deal more than 100% damage. The Leon was doing a boulder build the other day, and it's funny because this might actually make his boulder build do even more damage. We had a couple different ways we were setting that up, but it's interesting. Fixed an issue where the Agitated Wind's malignant power would trigger when breaking destructible objects. Fixed an issue where the aspect of the alpha werewolf companions could float above the ground. Had that happen quite a few times. Fixed an issue where the Fury Against Fate quest couldn't be completed. Fixed an issue where the Iron Skin Elixirs could be obtained indefinitely by repeatedly accepting and abandoning the Desperate Remedies quest. Another exploit that I'm sure some of the speedrunners have been using. Fixed an issue where the Call of the Ancients quest would not progress if the party leader was dead when the boss was defeated. Fixed an issue where the Call of Ancients quest would not progress if Gnarl was killed before his dialogue was triggered. Fixed an issue where side quests for crafting items could direct the player to the wrong NPC. User interface and user experience. Fixed an issue where white lines were appearing on the world map. Fixed an issue where the Season Journey menu could malfunction when finishing a chapter. Fixed an issue where the notification of the world boss appearance would malfunction if the player hadn't unlocked the Whispers of the Dead yet. Fixed an issue where linking an item in chat wouldn't display properly in the Battle.net app. Fixed an issue where the Holding Back the Flood quest marker would display on dungeon exits, but not on the world map. The tooltips for the Caged Heart Tal Rasha's Caged Heart of the Great Feast now correctly state that their bonuses are additive instead of multiplicative. The tooltip for the Caged Heart of Determination has its description updated to clarify that it specifically reduces resource drain effects from enemies. Miscellaneous fixed an issue where the A boon in the Tide Season Journey objective could not be completed as expected. Fixed an issue where teleported to a dungeon entrance could be done while using invincibility granting skills, e.g. Blood Mist. Fixed an issue where some interactable objects, particularly corpses, could not be interacted with. Fixed an issue where mount skills were sometimes not available after leaving the city. Fixed an issue where calculated malignant power would consume the stun effect on non-damaging abilities like potions and things like that. This one here, I remember explicitly, you would leave the city on your mount, and the mount skill would just stay grayed out despite the fact that you were outside of the city. Fixed an issue where druids, necromancers, and rogues could not gamble for helms at the unsavory oddity vendors in the Field of Hatred towns. Fixed an issue where you could not replace an equipped Wrathful Heart with another one. This was a bug, but it was a workaround. You could just take the item off and do it in your inventory as opposed to on your character, and it works just fine. But it's nice that you can replace it on your character now. Fixed an issue where the frost effects of the Penitent Greaves didn't display properly in the final campaign boss arena. Fixed an issue where the quest items could randomly appear in town. Various stability and performance improvements. Various other miscellaneous fixes to the cosmetic shop. Or shop cosmetics. Sorry, I worded that improperly. I mean, overall, there's a couple good fixes in this patch. Obviously, the fix to people exploiting the nightmare sigils over and over again is a good thing. Hopefully that means the Magic Find sigils have made it back into the game. Granted, though, they never told us that the Magic Find sigils were being taken out. It was never part of the patch notes, and it's not part of the patch notes that they're coming back either, so we have no clue. They just have remained completely silent on the Magic Find sigils. No word whatsoever what's going on with them. Some of these are interesting. I definitely like the fact that they're fixing the horse issue with the skills. I mean, that's definitely a move in the right direction. I mean, if you guys haven't seen my latest video where I talk about Diablo 4 basically being an early access game as far as bugs are concerned, I mean, every single patch is fixing things, but also every single patch seems to introduce new game-breaking bugs, which is just... I can't even be optimistic anymore because it just seems like in these patch notes, yes, you see what you see, but then when you get into the game, you usually end up finding out something else other than that. I guess we'll have to find out on the 15th whether or not the Magic Find sigils are back. Unfortunately, this fix came too little too late, in my opinion. In fact, just seems to be the case all across the board. Every single time they fix one of these game-breaking bugs that has allowed people to exploit the game to hell and back, it always comes too late. They didn't fix this issue soon enough to prevent people from using it to cheat in the race to level 100, in the 1000 that made it to the statue in hardcore. They didn't fix it quickly enough to prevent people from getting to 100 super quickly when the game launched, and they didn't fix it super quickly to prevent people from getting to 100 as quickly as they could in the season 1 season 1 launch. So I mean, all of the important things have passed us by, and now here we are, you know, 4 or 5 weeks into season 1, and it's finally fixed when, to be honest with you, it kind of doesn't even matter anymore. I mean, it's good that it is fixed, don't get me wrong, but some of these things should have been fixed a long time ago. And, you know, it's like, it's like if you had an Olympic race and, you know, somebody ends up breaking their ankle because there was a hole in the, you know, track and, you know, ruins his career. And then, you know, later on you send him a letter and you're like, oh, we're so sorry, you know, we fixed the track. We did our best to make sure that no one else is ever going to break their ankle on that again. You know, fat luck that it does him, you know, because he's already broken his ankle. He's lost his career as an Olympic, you know, racer, and then there's pretty much nothing he's going to be able to do about it at this point, you know. But I guess he's swirling the knowledge that it's fixed. I mean, it's nice that no one else is going to break their ankle. This one here is actually a pretty decent change too, changing from 5 to 2 seconds for the malignant monster spawn time. One of the things that I definitely don't like about the malignant monster spawns, though, is that they don't give any EXP, which makes them something that you kind of don't want to target. A lot of people will just pass them by at a certain point because, number one, they don't need the malignant hearts because the malignant hearts are far too common within the game. Except for the Wrathful Hearts, of course, which is the only one that they stay for. And once they get to the point where they've got, you know, all the Malignant Hearts that they could ever want, they don't even want to stick around for the monster because the monster has no benefits. You know, there's no EXP that comes from the monster. There's no loot that comes from the monster. The only thing you get from the monster is a Malignant Heart, and a specific Malignant Heart at that, which is the one that comes from that specific type of monster. So, you know. I guess we'll take a look at the patch when it comes out on the 15th. I am pretty close to finishing Baldur's Gate, and we will get back into Diablo 4 a little bit more once I'm done. I'm also going to start doing some more Diablo 2 videos as well. I have some ideas for a Soul Silphound run, P8 Soul Silphound run, so we're gonna start back up some Diablo 2 as well. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when I'm just going over the 1.1 2 patch notes. And as always, keep watching.